is my little brother George. This is Mummy Pig. And this is Daddy Pig. Peppa Pig. Mr. Dinosaur is lost.
George's favourite toy is Mr. Dinosaur.
Dinosaur.
George loves Mr. Dinosaur. Sometimes George likes to scare Peppa with Mr. Dinosaur.
Too scary.
At supper time, Mr. Dinosaur sits next to George.
I beg your pardon? Was that you, George? Or was it Mr. Dinosaur?
Dinosaur.
At bath time, George shares his bath with Mr. Dinosaur.
Good night, Peppa.
Good night, Mummy.
Good night, George. And good night, Mr. Dinosaur.
When George goes to bed, Mr. Dinosaur is tucked up with him. George's favourite game is throwing Mr. Dinosaur up in the air
Whee!
and catching him when he falls back down.
Whee! Whee!
Peppa and Daddy Pig are playing drafts.
I win, Daddy.
Oh, well done, Peppa. George?
George, what's the matter?
Dinosaur.
George, have you lost Mr. Dinosaur?
George has lost Mr. Dinosaur.
Don't worry, George. We'll find Mr. Dinosaur.
It's a job for a detective.
Daddy, what is a detective?
A detective is a very important person who is good at finding things.
Me! I'm good at finding things.
All right, Peppa is the detective.
George, I'm the detective. I will help you find Mr. Dinosaur.
Maybe the detective should ask George some simple questions.
George, where's Mr. Dinosaur?
George does not know where Mr. Dinosaur is. The detective could try and guess where Mr. Dinosaur might be.
I know where he is. George always has Mr. Dinosaur with him in the bath. So Mr. Dinosaur is in the bath.
Mr. Dinosaur is not in the bath.
Oh. I know where Mr. Dinosaur is. George always has Mr. Dinosaur in his bed at night. See, that's where he is.
Mr. Dinosaur is not in George's bed.
Oh.
Maybe we should try the garden.
Yes, the garden. I was going to say that. Where is Mr. Dinosaur?
Mr. Dinosaur is very hard to find.
Oh, Mr. Dinosaur isn't anywhere.
George, you do love to throw Mr. Dinosaur in the air. I wonder if this time you threw Mr. Dinosaur just a bit too high.
There he is! There he is! I saw him first!
Well done, Peppa. You really are a very good detective.
Dinosaur.
George is so happy to have Mr. Dinosaur back again.
Whee!
Maybe it isn't a good idea to play with dinosaurs near trees.
Dinosaur. Hide and seek.
Peppa and George are playing hide and seek. It is George's turn to hide. He must quickly find somewhere to hide before Peppa finishes counting.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
George has found somewhere to hide,
9,
just in time.
10. Ready or not, here I come.
Peppa has to find where George is hiding.
Found you!
Peppa has found George.
George, I could see you too easily.
Now it is Peppa's turn to hide.
1, 3.
I'll help George to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. OK, George, open your eyes.
George has to find where Peppa is hiding.
Oh,
Peppa isn't hiding under the table.
George, have you thought of looking upstairs?
Peppa isn't under the bed. What was that strange noise? Peppa isn't behind the curtain. There is that strange noise again. What can it be? George has found where Peppa was hiding.
George found me. Now it's Daddy's turn to hide.
Oh, I think George should have another turn.
But George isn't very good at hiding.
I'm sure he'll be better this time. Close your eyes and start counting.
1, 2,
Oh dear,
3,
Peppa will easily find
4.
George.
5,
George, come over here.
7, 8, 9, 10. Ready or not, here I come. Oh. George isn't hiding under the table. But George always hides under the table.
Have you thought of looking upstairs?
I know where he is. George is in the toy basket. Oh.
George is not in the toy basket. Where can he be? Peppa cannot find George anywhere.
Daddy, I can't find George anywhere.
Oh dear, I wonder where he can be. Actually, I think there's something about George in this newspaper.
Whee! George! Found you!
Oh, George, that was a good place to hide.
George was hiding behind Daddy Pig's newspaper all the time.
Daddy loses his glasses.
Daddy Pig wears glasses. He needs to wear glasses to see clearly. When Daddy Pig wears his glasses, everything looks fine. But when Daddy Pig takes his glasses off, he can't see things clearly. Everything looks a bit soft and fuzzy. So it is very important that Daddy Pig knows where his glasses are. Sometimes Daddy Pig loses his glasses.
Peppa, George, have you seen Daddy Pig's glasses? He can't find them anywhere.
No, Mummy.
Peppa and George do not know where Daddy Pig's glasses are.
Oh dear. Daddy Pig cannot see a thing without them, and it makes him very grumpy.
Without his glasses on, Daddy Pig cannot read his newspaper.
This is ridiculous. I can't see anything. Somebody must have put my glasses somewhere.
Do you remember where you last put them, Daddy Pig?
When I don't wear them, I always put them in my pocket. But they aren't there now.
Daddy, can we help find your glasses?
Good idea, Peppa. If you find them, Daddy will stop being so grumpy.
I'm not grumpy.
Peppa and George are looking for Daddy's glasses. Peppa looks under the newspaper, but Daddy Pig's glasses are not there.
Oh.
George looks on top of the television, but Daddy Pig's glasses are not there.
Oh. Let's look upstairs in Mummy and Daddy's bedroom.
Peppa and George are looking in Mummy and Daddy Pig's bedroom.
George, be careful not to knock anything over. Ah! It's not funny.
Peppa looks under the pillows, but Daddy Pig's glasses are not there.
Oh.
George looks in Daddy's slippers, but the glasses are not there either.
Let's look in the bathroom.
Peppa and George are looking in the bathroom. The glasses are not in the bath.
Oh.
The glasses are not in the toilet.
Oh. It's too difficult.
Peppa and George cannot find Daddy Pig's glasses anywhere.
We've looked everywhere, but we can't find Daddy's glasses.
Oh dear. Now what can we do?
I suppose I'll just have to learn to do without them. If I move slowly, I won't bump into things.
There they are! Daddy's glasses!
Daddy Pig, you were sitting on them all the time.
Oh.
Silly Daddy.
I don't know how they got there.
I wonder how. Well, you may have been a bit silly, Daddy Pig, but at least you're not grumpy anymore.
I was not grumpy.